Hello there, and welcome to the Wednesday part of the Discussables. I couldn't give a flying fuck about the Olympics. It's just... no. There are better things that we could have spent our billions and billions and billions of pounds on, like getting us out of the recession. I say the recession, we've technically been in a recession since the wars, but you know, the Conservatives are like, meh, 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 meh. Because they couldn't give a flying fuck about the Olympics. So, instead I'm going to talk about something completely different. October and June, is it June? May, June time, you get something in London called the MCM Expo. And it's just a giant gathering of geeks and nerds and people who are alternative. And in these periods of times you will get many people called cosplayers who dress up as their favourite characters, or maybe not their favourite characters, but characters they look similar to. And some, you get some amazing costumes. Some, not so much. And then others you have to kind of question how old they are. Yeah, you don't want to get caught. No, you do not. But, all that aside, in 2000 and... gosh, it must have been 2010, I dressed up as a character called Nightcrawler from the X-Men. You'll probably find him in the Astonishing X-Men, I believe. I don't read many comics, I prefer my manga and whatnot, but I really like the character Nightcrawler from the cartoons, because we had awesome cartoons growing up as kids. Damn straight we did. Hell, the Batman theme alone was probably one of the best cartoon themes that you kind of grew up with. That and the Animaniacs, because they're just batshit crazy. So this year, in fact no, I shall go back and keep on talking about the costume. In fact, the costume was so good that I got published in a book. Some photographer for a big cosplaying type people, yeah, that'll make sense, they took some photos of me, and then bam, I'm in a book. I'll put I will find the link, because I can't remember the name of the book off the top of my head, but my friend actually bought the book just so he can occasionally go Mah! And make me feel uneasy because it's wrong being in a book. But that aside, this year I'm going to go for something absolutely crazy. I'm going to go for Totoro from My Neighbour Totoro. It's one of the Miyazaki films, and I'm going to try and be a giant Totoro. So I shall be about 2 and a bit meters tall, not including the ears, and I shall be about 140, 150 centimeters in diameter. The front belly won't be as big, but the side of me will be, well, about my arm span, and I shall be inside this monstrosity of a costume, and hopefully it will kick ass, because the face will come up to here, and I will only be looking out of his face will come up to about here, and his smile and massive grin will be where I'm looking out through some kind of weird mesh. And yeah, hopefully I will be big and huggable. Problem is, I'm going to be trying to do it so that if I randomly get hugged by people, which is a high probability at these expos, then I don't want it to just go and collapse or something like that. See, I could just do loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of cotton or something in a giant suit thing, but considering the heat we've been having at the moment, I'm not going to risk it in October. I do not want to have Betty Swallocks. And I don't kind of want to cook from the inside, because that's just not going to be fun. So, for me, I'm going to literally make a skeletal structure around myself out of wood, so it's nice and sturdy. Then on top of that, get some chicken mesh wire or something along those lines, and then on top of that, the fur. It's an ambitious project, but I'm looking forward to it. Not only that, later on I could probably turn it into a panda, because I love pandas, and then I'll just be a giant panda, being all happy. But yes, anyway, so that is what I am doing. That and applying for medicine over the summer and trying to study. So yes, instead of the Olympics, I shall be making myself a giant costume, because couldn't give a flying fuck. Oh, found some recent news on Twitter, because I follow the group Anonymous. You may or may not have heard of them. If you haven't, where have you been, you crazy people? Apparently there is a spray paint artist who actually has a proper career and whatnot. He and many other spray paint artists were arrested by the British Transport Police and whatnot, because one of them, the guy who the story was focused on, he was the owner or something of a hosted website where people had shown pictures of anti-Olympic graffiti. Now, for his line of work, they also took his phone and his laptop. He's not allowed to carry any sort of spray paints, anything like that, which means his job, his living, is now gone. Not only that, he was also hired by Team GB to do some artwork for them. Yeah. Go Team GB.